All right, this webinar, short webinar, is going to show you how to navigate Sage to identify the 4 Freedom schools that have to make sure if their contracts and payment vouchers have been executed. So you access Sage, and the first thing, because these are 2026 Freedom Schools, the first thing you want to do is go to OFBI Freedom School 2026 and see who's here. Okay, those 4 are not here. So the next thing I want you to do is go up to Documents and scroll down to Freedom School 2026. And then for the status choose Executed and click Search. If I can remember the 4 schools. Let me see. So the O League is one of the schools. So let's click on the link to see if they're under executed, it says that their contract and voucher has been executed. But let me just go through the steps. So to assure that their grant agreement or contract has been executed, hover over Forms menu, scroll down, click the State of New Jersey Department of State grant agreement, and Sage is doing its thing. And then you scroll all the way down and you'll see that the 3 signatures here are checked off, and that's what you want to see. So the grant agreement is executed. So to see the voucher, you want to scroll up to the top, hover over related documents and messages, click DOS payment voucher processing received and processed, and click on that link. Then I want you to hover over Forms menu and click the second link, the payment voucher. And scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see that the 2 check boxes, I signed off on the 8th and Tammy signed off on the 16th. So the payment has been processed and executed. So let's say you go to Documents, you click, you click the document type, you look for Freedom School 2026, you click Executed, you scroll down to, wait a second, you scroll down to Executed, and we know that the O League is in there, and Humanity Cares for All is the second one. So follow the steps for Humanity Cares for All and Covenant Development Corporation to make sure that the grant agreement and the payment voucher has been signed. There's one of these organizations is missing. So how do you find that organization? Because the 3 are Covenant Development Corporation is cohort 4. Humanity Cares for All is cohort 4, and the O League is cohort 4. So the assumption is that they're not executed. And so what I want you to do is come up to the top where it says status, expand the drop-down box and choose DOS contract review and click search. The last Freedom School from cohort 4 is Loving Our Cities. They're at DOS contract review, and Tammy has yet to execute that one. So, but we know that the other 3 are executed. But Verify, Community Development Corporation, and Humanity Cares for All. All right, that's all.